Okay, so this should be my last video of the day, hopefully, but we'll see. So, surprisingly enough, I wasn't going to do a video about this, but because of a recent post that I've seen on Facebook in one of the wrestling groups that I'm in, I'm going to talk about it. So this is going to be a video on Sasha Banks. She is a female wrestler in WWE, for those of you who don't know. So, those of you who aren't into wrestling, you might just want to skip this video. But, yeah, Sasha Banks, possibly, she's definitely rated pretty high, I'll say that. In the last few years, she's been rated very high. She's been, people have called her possibly one of the best female wrestlers of this generation going, so, yeah, I guess she's pretty well liked, but, something that I've noticed, though, and I made a video on Sasha Banks a while back that basically me talking about her and me thinking that she's overrated, and I still think that. I think that even more now, actually. I think Sasha Banks is completely overrated. Yeah, I think she's completely overrated. I don't think that she's nearly as good as people make her out to be. Especially lately, I think she's been really overexposed. So yeah, but that's just my opinion. And the beauty of it is, you don't have to agree with me. You can disagree if you want to. That's fine. That's just me. But what I've noticed is that some of Sasha Banks' fans, and I'm not going to say all of her fans because I don't want to make generalizations because I hate generalizations, so I try to not to make them, but it seems like with a lot of her fans and with fans in general, if you even have the slightest criticism of her, people will freak the fuck out. Like, they will just go on, and they will talk about how you're wrong, and about how you're wrong because of this, and they bring up her matches with Bayley in NXT, just because one of them might have been rated 5 stars, you know, even though that in and of itself, the 5-star rating is also subjective, you know, people seem to forget that. And, I mean, they will freak out. I mean, they'll some of them will even call you names. They'll say that you're making a dumb or stupid statement or something by saying that she's overrated or giving her the slightest criticism. And it's ridiculous. I mean, you know, and that's one of the reasons why I really haven't been making as many wrestling videos and why I haven't, like, in general, I really just haven't been that high on wrestling is because of the fans. I mean, I don't want to go off on a quick tangent here, but I mean, sometimes wrestling fans, not all of them, there are reasonable wrestling fans out there, but sometimes a lot of wrestling fans are just really stupid. I mean, honestly, some of them are really stupid. They really can't handle, a lot of the time, they really can't handle different opinions or even at all. You know, they'll resort to ridiculous things, even like name-calling and everything, so it's ridiculous, you know, and it's not just those fans. There's several types of wrestling fans that I really can't stand and that have just really made me sour on wrestling in general. I still like wrestling, and I still watch it, but, well, that's a lie. I haven't been watching wrestling regularly, but I still like it. I still watch, like, on YouTube and everything. But just, it's really soured me from watching, like, you know, trying to watch WWE, even though it's just the pits right now and other stuff. So it just, you know, watching wrestling in general, it reminds me of the freaking stupid fans out there that are in the fan base. And again, not all of them, but anyways, I'm getting way off topic here, I'm sorry. But yeah, it just seems like if you don't like Sasha Banks, if you go into a wrestling group and like the wrestling group I'm in right now, if you go into that group, Pro Wrestling 24/7 on Facebook is what it's called, Pro Wrestling 24/7. But if you go into the group and you make a post about how you don't like Sasha Banks, I mean, you will get so many people jumping down your throat talking about how, oh, you're wrong, she's one of the best female wrestlers of this generation, or the best female wrestler going right now. And I mean, the response would be just ridiculous, because my friend Kirk, he made a post in the group, and he said Sasha the Botch. He calls her the Botch. And the response that he got was just fucking ridiculous. I mean, there were some people that were just so condescending. They were so fucking condescending. They were saying, "Oh, you don't understand," and they were talking down to him like an idiot just because he has a different opinion on Sasha Banks than a lot of other people do, and it was ridiculous. You know, so it's like, you know, you get like fan bases like these with like singers like, you know, Taylor Swift and people like that, Justin Bieber, where just a lot of the fans, not all of them, but a lot of the fans, not a majority, but a lot of the fans are just ridiculous, like just ridiculous. If you say that you don't like him, it just ridiculous. Oh, hater is another thing. Oh yeah, the word hater, you know, one of my favorite words. You will get called a fucking hater to the moon if you say that you don't like Sasha Banks. If you even insinuate that you think that she's overrated, it's ridiculous, man. I mean, seriously, I just can't believe it, you know. And then I was on Facebook a few minutes ago and I saw a post, and someone posted this comment, and it was someone, I guess someone said Emma was better than Sasha Banks, which I personally agree with, but hey, you know, opinions and all. And they show that they just take it way, in the comment, that the person just showed that they take it way too seriously, and they were going on about how Emma sucks and Sasha Banks is the best, and how this person is wrong and they're dumb as fuck and everything, and it was stupid, ridiculous. And it grates on my nerves. It's like some of the, you know, fans like that, not just with wrestling, but in general, they really can't handle different opinions. They really can't handle you saying that they don't like this person or that person or this singer or that wrestler or that actor or that movie or that book or whatever. You know, it's ridiculous. You know, and if you or you get, like I said, you get the fans that are really condescending, and this really happens in wrestling. I don't see this a lot with a lot of other entertainment media, although I'm sure there are fans like that. But I see this a lot with wrestling, particularly when it pertains to WWE. You get these condescending fans who talk down to you for having a different opinion, and they talk to you like you're an idiot or something just because you don't like a certain aspect of the product or a wrestler. And it's ridiculous. So, yeah. And then as far as my opinions on Sasha Banks goes, yeah, I think she's highly overrated. She's decent, but, you know, as far as her matches with Bayley in NXT, they're good. I'm not saying they're bad matches. They're good matches, but are they the best female matches I've ever seen? No. I mean, I'll say that they're probably better than, you know, most of what Trish and Lita did. Trish and Lita are two others that I feel like are just overrated as hell, but that's another story. That's another topic completely. But the Sasha Banks Bayley matches, they're good matches, but the thing is with me is that I don't just watch women's wrestling in WWE. I watch women's wrestling in Shimmer, sometimes Shine, WSU. I've seen a lot of female wrestling matches, okay? And I wouldn't put the Bayley and Sasha Banks matches on my top 10 even, probably. So, again, they're good matches, but I feel like when people finally get something decent like that with the women, they just completely overrate it because they haven't seen anything else. You know? And again, I'm not trying to make it sound like I don't like people who love those matches. If you really feel like they're some of the best female matches you've seen, then that's fine. I'm not trying to say that that's bad or anything. I'm just saying, just me personally. And as you know, as far as Sasha Banks as herself goes, I've already said she's overrated, but you know, like I said, she's decent, but I mean, like, do I think that she's the best female wrestler going right now? Absolutely not. I wouldn't even call her one of the best. I mean, she has some good matches under her belt. I mean, you know, she's better as a heel. As a face, she's just absolutely horrible. As you know, especially with this boss character. You know, it's so clear that the boss, Sasha Banks, was meant to be a heel, but they're trying to make her into this face, and it's just not working. Okay, her promo skills, that's another thing. Her promo skills especially, are so, just to me, in my opinion, they're so overrated. Like, people will say that she's great on the microphone. She really isn't that good on the microphone, especially as a face. As a heel, she's decent, but as a face, especially with this character, she really isn't that good. Okay, if you want a current female on the main roster, who, in my opinion, some females on the main roster who have good mic skills are Alexa Bliss is phenomenal on the microphone. She may not be the greatest wrestler, but she's great on the microphone. Charlotte's another one. A lot of people say Charlotte isn't good on the mic, but I disagree. I think Charlotte is great on the microphone, and whenever she's talking on the mic or cutting a promo, I want to listen. Whereas when Sasha Banks is cutting a promo, I just want to roll my eyes and I just want to cringe because it sounds so fucking fake, you know? And that's, you know, another criticism I have of Sasha Banks, you know, just me personally. I feel like the character, the boss, I mean, a lot of people like it, and that's fine, but to me, it's just always felt, even in it, well, maybe not in NXT so much, but just on the main roster, the character just feels so fake, you know. And I know that wrestling involves acting and everything, so of course they're playing characters, but like with you know, some wrestlers, when they're playing the character, gimmick, or whatever they're playing, you believe that they're actually that character, or that person. You believe it. With Sasha Banks, when she comes out there, you know, kind of strutting and everything and doing the boss thing, I don't believe it. I just think fake, just faker, you know. But in terms of wrestling, like I've said repeatedly, she's decent. But I wouldn't put her. Honestly, I wouldn't put her above Asuka. I wouldn't put her above Charlotte. I wouldn't put her above Becky or even Bayley. I wouldn't put her above Emma, honestly. You know, and again, for the millionth time, this is just personal taste. This is personal opinion, you know. But I mean, you know, since a lot of people are always saying that she's one of the best, I feel like it's only fair, it's only expected that some people are going to come out and say, well, you know what, that's cool and all, but I kind of disagree. I don't think she's one of the best, you know. And when you say that, people will flip out. It's almost like there's this expectancy that you have to conform to what the opinion of the majority might be. You have to conform, and if you don't conform, then you're stupid, or you just don't understand, or you're wrong somehow. And it's really irritating. But anyways, I really went into some major rant mode there. But yeah, I mean, you know, the whole thing with Sasha Banks, it just gets really ridiculous, you know, with a lot of the fans in her fan base, and and this will probably be a pretty unpopular opinion too, but it's, you know, it's whatever, you know. It's just, again, just my opinion, my personal taste. You can disagree, it's fine, but so yeah, I mean, so I just wanted to make a video on this topic because to me it's just really ridiculous, and it's really annoying. And it's not just with Sasha Banks, it's with a lot of things involving wrestling. Like, if you don't like something that's popular or something, like, there's this expectation that fans have to conform to whatever, like with the whole Jinder Mahal thing. I remember I did a video on the Jinder Mahal thing, and I thought it was fucking stupid, and I didn't like it at all. And I got some shit for that video that I did on that. I think it's got more dislikes to likes. I mean, you know, and anyone who doesn't like it, you know, they're never happy or whatever, or they're somehow wrong about it or whatever. It's you know, it's the same thing, you know. If you don't conform to what seems to be popular, then you just don't understand, or you're fucking wrong, or you're fucking stupid, or whatever else. So yeah, I mean, to me, that's the vibe, that's the sense that I get that comes off of situations like this in wrestling. That's the vibe I get, you know. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but that's just the sense that I get. I don't know. But anyways, those are my thoughts on this whole thing with Sasha Banks, and just some of the fans that just get so ridiculous with it. So yeah, so I guess that'll be it for this one, and let me know what you think in the comments below. Like the video, subscribe, whatever, all that stuff. And yeah, so I will talk to you guys later. Have a good day. Peace.